Hello, everyone, and welcome to another weekly connection. So we are joined today by Lord Mahay and Saint Germain, and I believe they're going to lead us today because we want to talk about how we are an instrument of light. We are not. This is not a passive job. This is a very, very active job. We are not passive at all. And so they need us to be these instruments of light because there are, I've talked about this before, how there are energies from so many different places, not inside our solar system and inside our galaxy, that are helping us, but then go beyond there and go beyond that and go beyond that and go beyond that. And we had that workshop on the mother energies, and that's just one type of light energy that's affecting us. There are so many different types of light beings that are affecting us from different core, but they are all joining together and just beaming, Scotty, beaming all their energy at us, at Earth, at humanity, because they need us to play our instruments better than you ever have before. We need to really get good at this. Is it hard? I don't know if I use the word hard, but there's challenges for sure because, there's constantly something that we're neutralizing. And we need to keep doing that and doing that and doing that through our DNA, through us. And Saint Germain is in charge of helping us orchestrate that. So we have all these beings of light focusing on planet Earth and all of humanity right now, that we get to that point of understanding, as we said before, of understanding who, what, where, when, why, how. And that's our goal. And to come to that place, when you come to that place of understanding, it's just love. It's just compassion. So we no longer are reacting to all of the crazies that are out here. And it doesn't mean, these crazies keep accelerating. It's going to get to a point where humanity is not going to want to come from that craziness anymore. We aren't there yet, but we're getting closer and closer and closer. So we have so much more focusing on us. It's accelerating our light. It's at least doubling exponentially each time. And you can see there's a lot of activity going on with the sun and with the moon and, planets. And they do affect as well. So it's really important that we start to focus our light on ourselves first, of course. That's what we do when we do the shield, but on all of humanity. So let's do it. So I'm going to take the aura cleanse and I'm going to clear my aura. I'm going to take the cosmic thrust oil. With that, rub my hands together. Take a deep breath in and bring it into my aura. Cup my hands together. You like my light rays? I like my light rays. All right, so let's do it. I'm going to start the meditation, so I'm going to go ahead and use the ascension oil. You're going to put one drop on your finger. And those of you who are using it, you may have noticed that the third eye is not as sensitive as it was like a month or 2 months ago, on your nose and then on your throat. We're getting there. We're starting to break down those calcium deposits, and the third eye will get larger and larger until, like, mine is like this. And you just keep getting it bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. They just keep going. Just keep going. Anyway, okay. So Lord Lanto just showed up. He was in last one. It was so much fun. I love working with Lord Lanto. So it's going to be both of you. Okay, so here we go. So it's going to be Saint Germain and Lord Lanto. So Take a deep breath in and let it go. In and out. And just get all the stress out, right? In and out. Now this time when you breathe in that light, you're going to breathe it in. And as you blow it out, you're going to bring in that golden, wonderful, thick, viscous light. Sticks to every part of you, every cell, every pore, every part of your being. And you become that light seed. And as Saint Germain says, the more sticky gooey you are, the better it is. And we bring that light all the way down. Be sure to fill your kidneys, right? Ankles, feet. There's a lot of stress out there right now. Out your feet and into the earth, to the mother. And she grabs onto you and she goes, it's a good day. Thank you for being here. And we continue that light out the bottom of our feet around the grid system that is the mother's energy system. And it comes up around the back. And now we can bring it up the back, right? With the mother essence in it, and comes down again. So father, mother, heaven, earth, round and round. Let's get our orbit on, as we say. And feel strong in that orbit. And just let it go. Let it ride. Good. Now we're going to bring it down. And this time when we bring it up, we're going to let it waterfall out the top of our head and stick to all 12 auras. Every part of you is saturated with this yummy, yummy light so that you can get your work done for yourself and for humanity and for all the cosmos, all the parts of the universes. There are 7 universes that were caught up in the error, which is the ego leading, not the heart. And as we dissolve this and we become more and more this light, we waterfall it out, right? So it's stuck to all of your auras. And we feel that light filling us more and more and more. And we go to the well of the mother below the root. And that is our connection to all things. That is our connection to knowing that we are part of a greater whole. Eventually, a feeling part of the greater whole. Eventually, there's no separation between us and the greater whole. So we keep bringing that light. We keep focusing on that. And we keep working on the well of the mother. And then we're going to bring it up into the root. And we do a lot of work in here. But we can see that our scrubbing bubbles are working well. We're getting rid of all of that old negative thought pattern, all that old stuff in our DNA. And you know, the strands of light are like, you know, I talk about this, that our 2 strand used to be a 12 strand, but then somehow we hot glue melted those strands together. And now, as a light seed, you're undoing that hot melt glue. And you're setting free all those strands of light and understanding. So we keep on bringing that light into the root aura so that we can dissolve that hot melt glue that has confined us, restricted us to this lower 3D level. And then we go up into our sacral chakra. And there's even more dissolving. The more we dissolve those threads in the root, it affects the sacral, so that you no longer give a hoot about judgments. You cannot hate another person when your sacral chakra is imbalanced. You cannot. You can only feel compassion. I can agree and I can disagree. I use this analogy, I guess it was a couple of years ago, that I don't own a black shirt and I really like, as you can tell, like pastels and blues and pinks and purples and like that. And the color I don't like the most, which is Pat's favorite, of course, is orange. Not that I don't like orange, but I don't like it on me. So it's not my favorite color at all. Not at all. Does that mean that orange is bad? No. Does that mean that black is bad? No. Does that mean that fluorescent colors are bad? No. Does that mean that a murderer is bad? Gotcha now, don't I? No. That's one messed up dude or dudette. That's someone who so can't find love, who so doesn't know the light, that they would harm themselves and others in order to try to feel something. So we need to have love and compassion for those people. So we keep on being the light. We keep on being these beams of light, so that all of those negative thought patterns that stick to the ego, to the mind, that would allow the manifestation of gross activity dissolve. They're gone. They're just stinking gone. They dissolve, fall to the ground and dissolve. Because if there is no negative thought for them to attach to, they cease to exist. They'll run around looking around for a negative thought pattern to attach to. Let it not be yours. Let it not be any light seed. And the more we do that, the more those negative thoughts fall to the ground and dissolve and stop existing. And it is replaced by love and compassion. That's our goal. That's what we're doing every single day. So we dissolve all of that in the sacral chakra, all of those dictates and all of those judgments. And we come up to the conscious use of power, which sits between your belly button and your spleen. And we dissolve anything that our ego is attached. Anytime you think you are right, you are in trouble. It's not about right and wrong. It is about understanding. So we keep working on that one. And that one's very active with all that's going on right now. And we bring that into our solar plexus so that we feel and know and present the light, not negative thought forms. No more. Let them fall. And then we bring it up onto our liver, the atomizer of our heart, where our emotions show. And our empathic shield allows us not to be judgmental. When someone's angry, they're very judgmental, right? So we don't do that anymore. And if we do, we go, what's our mantra? Oops, oh well, try it again. Just do it again. And this time, do it with love and compassion and kindness. We go into our heart because our heart knows the truth. And as a light seed, you want to generate that light, that truth to all of humanity. And you go into your conscious intention on your thymus. No thought forms that are negative, right? They fall to the ground. They don't exist. And if you catch one, let it go right away and bring in those positive light forms. so that then when people see you, hear you, you are light. And you have no doubt in your third eye what a good job you're doing. Because remember, a good day and a bad day are the same. They are learning experiences. They are days of understanding where we get to be on earth as a light seed, as a lighthouse, beaming out that light, dissolving negative thought forms all the time, every day. And your crown, you wear that because you're doing a darn good job. And you feel that tingling of the telepathic notch as we are able to be less and less judgmental, more and more understanding and compassionate. And we're getting there. And we radiate that out the top of our head, 18 inches, thick gold light. And that serves as our movie screen, our shield, our protection from negative thought forms. But if one comes in, you just view it on your screen, on your shield, like a movie. And you understand it and you let it go. And that's your job. It's a fun job. It's a great job, actually. Look at how much we get to experience and how wise we get to be with all the help that we have to beam ourselves into the fifth dimension and become lighter and lighter and lighter and get rid of all the negativity and war and violence. So enjoy being your light seed. Enjoy this life. I love you all. I'll see you next week. And take in the help from others. Feel that light. Feel that beaming on you when you meditate and when you wear your shield. See you next time.